So I'm trying to do the multi-streaming right now. It's not really working. Oh dear. It's not really working. Wait, we back? Yeah, I'm trying to... I set it back up, so I'm streaming too. It should actually be... I decided to make a Kick, and I got a YouTube page. So I'm trying to do a multi-stream right now. And of course, Streamlabs OBS just had a heart attack. So that's great. That is wonderful. All right, so this should prevent that crash. We're going to rebuild. Oop. Hopefully I'm back for everyone. We're going to get some live wire. So for my birthday, I ended up getting one of these bad boys. Ooh. And I have a Super Nintendo, so I'm probably going to end up playing some ROM hacks with that and actually live streaming it. Yay. That's looking better. There we go. Look at that. No crash. Hooray! Although the percentage is still not showing up. I dislike that. Okay, so we're back down to here. I'm sending the name over. Let's put a print statement in here. Oh, you know what? Jeez, let's look at the grimoire. I just added a bunch of code. I figured this out 2 nights ago. Grimoire. That's right, so it's an item stack attribute, not an item attribute. It's an item stack attribute, and it's an int for durability. This is what it is. So I think what I need to do is pop this over. You know, I don't think I need to change that. See this right here, item stack item, get max durability. That's not what I want. I want dot attributes get int durability. And then I want to capture that and then put it to string. And of course it's going to be unhappy because of this. Oop. There we go, 77%. So Ritter, do you think you're going to live, probably live, next session? Considering what Emissary said, not feeling like it's a lost cause at least. No idea what you guys are talking about. No idea. And look at that, so it would be 77%. Empty. Perfect. So I just need to push the same information to the other slots. So paste that in. Paste that and that. Fireball it in. There we go. 77%, 100%, which that is fully repaired. 86 and 90. Let's just double check these two. Yep, that is 86%. Boop. And that is 90. Perfect. Maybe I can make it to where when you look at it, I'll put the durability up top as well in the sanctum for each book. Because I already have like the spell tier and you know what? Do I need to include the spell tier anymore? You're both on a Vintage Story RP server. I got you. I got you. Sure, inside jokes. That's neat. I have to actually play this game at some point. Like, all I'm doing is just making a magic mod for it. I want to play the magic mod. Let's go under info here. Okay, here we go. So spell tier, I'm going to change that to durability. And I don't think I need that at all. I can just pop this in. Instead of item stack, I just need to bring in slot, I believe. If I just do that, I think it will work. Look at that, durability 77. Yep, so I just have to propagate that through. Oh, dear, I spelled durability wrong. I want to put on some warm clothes. You know, I'm just going to go GM2, baby. The warmest clothes of all. So, D-U-R-A-B-I-L-I-T-Y. Durability. There we go. What other information do I really need to... Mana cost, cast time, effect range. I guess I should have everything else there. Maybe I should shift it up. So, befriend animal, and then right underneath that I can have durability of whatever the durability is. Oh, you know what I could do to condense it a little more? I could have befriend animal 1, right? And then I can have like something off to the side, and I can just put the percentage of the durability in there. All right, so instead of this, I can do this plus... We want this right here. I can say... Put the percentage sign in here. Paste plus. There, see, something like that. Right? So befriend animal 1, and then it could be 77%. And I just have to do it for the... it actually looks like it's doing it for all the other ones now. 90%. There we go. So you can kind of walk around, right? And you can look at your books, and you could be like, look at that. This is getting... Like, if I do /kill... Oh, I know. Make it daytime. There we go. I mean, you could join us in a couple months, however, worth noting, it's a medium roleplay server. Need to mostly hold a character. Just need to sub to the owner on Twitch. This is the weed out. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I'm probably gonna be looking for anyone who's running the magic mod. Because I kind of want to play with the magic mod. Like, I've been waiting. It was either this or I go back to Minecraft and play with the magic mods there. But I like Vintage Story, you know, so I wanted a magic mod here. And also, it probably would help me in balancing to actually play the game. You know, and play with the magic mod. I like this. So, see, 60%. That's now 94. 73, 71. Yeah! If Fritz gets his way, it will be. Yeah, I mean, and, you know, I'm trying to... And I'm open to changes, too. There's a couple neat things that I've gotten suggestions on. Like, for instance, I have the elemental system right now. The damage modifier system in. So if we spawn a bunch of animals, like we'll bring out a bear. Creatures, here we go. And we'll bring out a rabbit, we'll bring out this, and we will bring out... Drifter. So as it sits right now, when you look at these things, if you're tier 1, you stop moving around, you can't see anything special about it. All right, you know what? Jesus Christ. This thing's going up like 2 blocks. Let's pull up a fence. Let's make a little ranch. We'll have to keep the bear exhibit separate. Bear exhibit. There we go, sun bear. So you hover over it right now, you can't really see anything special about it. Let's do rabbits. Boop, boop, boop. Again, right? You keep hovering these things, you won't be able to see anything. Oh, the freaking bear's in the way. I brought life and I gave you life, and this is what you do to repay me? Get in my way? There we go. Alright, so we'll pop one of these in here and one of these. So, right, you can't see anything, but these things do have elemental strengths and weaknesses. If I level up my tier, believe I need a sigil in my main hand, because I can level up to the next magic level. I just didn't do it. You gain something called clairvoyance. It's a passive magic skill. Tier 2 and up mages get, to where you can look at something, and I may make it tier 3. I'm not sure how I want clairvoyance to work. I may end up bouncing it back to tier 3. That way there's a little more mystery. Did that thing just die? Did the bear just kill it? The thing is dead. That goddamn bear. Come on, level up. There we go. So I'm tier 2. Now when I look at it, see, it has a weakness to healing magic. This, even though it's dead, it has a weakness to poison, but it's strong against electricity. You know, so everything here, weakness against gravity, strong against frost. Oh, max mana Vice? No, I don't want to become a max level mage. I could use... Are you talking about get my mana back? There you go. Mana's back. But like these guys here, so what you could do is you can... Because they're weak against healing, you could actually put a healing focus in your main hand. You know, get the... it becomes healing orb, right? And then you can cast the spells where... Here we go. And see, it actually, instead of healing them, it actually did damage to them. Because they have a weakness to healing. Stream freeze for anyone else? Yeah, stream looks okay. Yeah, sorry. May want to try and refresh if you can hear me. Feel bad that this thing is dead. I put it in this situation. It was the bear. Oh shit, the bear's attacking. Maybe it was you. Jerk. I didn't know that was a thing. Wow. Jerk. But anyways, you get clairvoyance. I think I am going to push clairvoyance back to tier 3 mage. Because it is kind of neat, right? Like that's something like if you know the strength and resistances to other creatures, you know, I think it'd be fun to kind of figure it out first, right? And then you become a high enough tier mage, and then you see this new thing, and you're like, wait a minute, what's all of this? Damn! And it's dead. Good job, bear. If I hit it with a gravity spell, it's going to do more damage. Here we go. Boop. One shot. And look, I got a gravity fragment. How far does the projectile shoot for these spells? They're pretty far now. Here, I'll show you. See, so pretty far, right? It hits a wall and then it stops. What if I let's turn it into a fireball. I am quite partial to fire magic myself. When I bring in the attunement system, I am totally going to be a fire mage. See, that's as far as it goes. And they travel faster than they used to. See, it hit the side there. You could hear the whoosh. So yeah. But you know, things move, so. Sun bears should drop sun fragments. Nah, it's just a name. And there are no sun fragments. I figured bears are bigger, so gravity's gonna screw them over more. And since they're bigger and they got all that punch, frost shouldn't hit them as hard. I came up with the system myself there to try and balance things out. I didn't want one element to be like super good for like most of the things, so everyone just attunes to that kind of mage. Yeah, it's pretty far. Yeah, it's pretty far, and you know, again, right? Because moving targets, you know, it's like a bow and arrow, right? You're gonna be prone to miss, but you can't. It's not like you could collect the orbs to get magic back, and you can move while you're casting, just like everything else now. So like I can, you know, do what I need to do. Oop. Insufficient mana. Boop. Yeah, see, these things don't have any strengths. They just have weakness. And I thought it was cool because you can get other spells like Riposte. So Riposte is you can put a buff on yourself that will deal, like, if someone hits you, it will hit them for whatever the damage is, for whatever the element is that you're attuned to. So if you put heal on yourself, and these things hit you, they will take the bonus damage for healing, but if a player or something else hits you, it would actually, instead of doing damage to them, it would heal them. So you can do a lot of neat things. Yeah, the projectile is still relatively slow. Yeah, it's not like an instant cast. It's not a beam or anything, which I do eventually want to make like beams and stuff. But, you know, those mechanics would be a little different. And again, this is the crappiest version of it. If I were to take out tier 4 stuff... There we go. Oh, sweet. I got some good spells here. The revive spell? What? Nice. Alright, where's my... There it is. There's my grimoire, or my sanctum. I think I want to rename this. I'm not really feeling these names. Bookshelf, right? Yeah, that's it. Duplicate. Here we go. Nourishing Aura. We'll get rid of that. I just want a place to put some grimoires. Boop. Get some light over here. There we go. That's looking better. Start putting some of this stuff away. The resist elements is cool, so if Kiptrix or anyone else wants to, in their mod, if they want to add the modifiers and stuff to their creatures, or if someone wants to create a patch that gives their creatures my elemental resistances, like the red dragon, right? Ideally, it should be a fire dragon, so maybe it's strong against fire, but weak against electricity or whatever you want. But if anything does, so what I'm saying is if anything does, like if the fire dragon's fire does fire damage, you can put the resist elements on yourself. You can gain resistance to fire damage, and all the attacks will do half damage to you. You know, like I'm trying to make it to where there's a lot of, wow, I got that one too. Sweet. Let's become a tier 4 mage. There's a lot of neat things you can do with magic that I haven't explained to people. Just because I kind of want them to, you know, figure it out a little bit. Like, I don't want to just be like, oh, guys, this is how you do everything, you know? I want that realization. There we go. I'm a tier 4 mage now. Get this crappy book out of my sanctum. All right. Where are those animals that I have held captive here? Poor little guy. Oh, that's transmutation. Revive, baby. Booyah! I giveth life, taketh away, and then giveth more life. Oh, it's cool. Let's use a different wand. Different staff. Oh, I gotta finish the model on this one. This one's gonna be cool. See, like the swirls and stuff in it? I still have to embed the gems, and I want that to be like obsidian that kind of wraps around. But this one's gonna be a cool staff. Complete one. Let's see. Yeah, and I got all these colors too. You're kind of getting a sneak peek right now. There we go. We can do this. Archmage staff. There we go. Oh, this thing's dead too. Well, let's revive it. Boop. Yeah, you got to be careful because if it was aggressive to you, it will attack you. Stop! Damn it! Damn thing. Surprised there's not more games making sun bears have sun power. Well, I mean, it's just a name. It's just because it's got the stripe on its chest, right? Eat the heart of a dragon to gain its power. I do still think it should lock you out of sprint. Yeah, see, the problem is it's a pain in the ass because I got to put a listener on the sprint key. Like, to limit it, it's going to be a lot of work. I would rather not limit it since there's only, what, 2 or 3 spells that are invocation spells right now? You know what I mean? I remember we're all idiots, so figuring out may take a while. Damn, Hexadin. Damn. But yeah. How do you attune to fire magic? If you want to cast fire spells, you need to make a fire focus, which is this item here. Each spell, this is a consumable offhand item. See, like I got it right there. So all the spells that I cast are going to come out fire. Oh, well, all the projectile spells. So, like, see, now it's fire orb instead of healing orb. Let me try and get a better version of the projectile spell here. Let's create random grimoires. Nope, that's a buff. Nope. Ah, resist elements. Let's get rid of that staff. And also, same thing here, right? If I do this and put on the healing, then it becomes healing orb. See? Healing orb. And then, boop. If you don't have anything in the offhand, it's just a rust orb. Just like that. Vice, no, it was referencing eating the dragon heart. Oh, okay, I got you. Well, eventually, so I do want you to become a certain kind of, like, attune with an element. And I think the way I'm going to do it is going to be like a witchery kind of style. So where you're going to create this ritual. And it's going to have to probably be during a temporal storm. You'll be able to create like a portal. And it will activate when a temporal storm is going on. And then you can walk through the portal. And that will be how you attune to like the fire element. And you'll be a fire mage. And you may gain bonuses like maybe you can walk through fire. And it does no damage to you. You know, maybe, you know, I don't know, you can run faster, right? You'll have your bonuses, but you'll also have things that are not good. Like maybe you can't be in water anymore, you know, and maybe water does either mana damage to you, stability damage, or it just straight up hurts you. You know, like maybe if it rains, you know, like it can, maybe rainwater can, you know, if you're like electricity, maybe it short circuits you. You know what I mean? So they're going to be like pros and cons, and it will change like what you do, but you'll get bonuses out of it. Like, for instance, you won't have just like the rust orb anymore. If you attune to fire, it will instantly automatically be a fire orb, and maybe you do like 50% more damage on your spells and stuff, or anything that you could attune with fire. You know, more similar to astral sorcery attunements. I don't know. I haven't really gone that far into astral sorcery, so I have no idea. I know with witchery, they're like the charms that you do, like to you know, you'll do like your ritual, and then you can kind of I guess become like another, you know, like it's more like a buff, right? It's like a charm or something, whatever they call it. But it was going to be like that. And then what you could do if you're like, oh, I don't want to be fire anymore, I want to be a gravity mage, or, you know, healing or whatever, then you can remove it easily, because it's pretty much going to be like a buff. And then you can attune with a different element in the next temporal storm. But yeah, fire immunity, cast spells to set everything on fire. Yeah, their fire magic does not catch things on fire. Nope. It would be the worst element if I did that. So you don't have to worry about burning down your house because you missed a rabbit outside and it hit your wooden floor or wall or something, or hits a tree and just starts a forest fire. Doesn't do that. Oh. But yeah, so you create these focuses is basically what you do. So if you want to be a frost mage, you would just have to put this on. Boop, and frost magic now. So that's kind of how it is. I'm going to create elemental monsters, and there's going to be a system there. Like for instance, for the poison, if you cast healing spells on them, it will actually damage them. You know, neat little interactions. I'm thinking. I wanted to get better projectile spell. No. Ooh. Holy crap, that's velocity, right? Swiftness. That's a good one. I'll keep that. I'll keep the rest of them. Ah, shoot. Excavation. Damn, I'm getting some good spells. Too bad it's not the spells that I'm looking for. Let's get rid of that. Put that in my offhand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hey, there it is. I'll remove this one. There, pop this one in. Yeah, and you'll see like the different tiers, the books will look a little different. But this one, so this is the tier 1 spell. Looks like it was actually better. It's a 7 damage. This one, oh, that's a garbage one. Damn. 1 second cast time, but wow, that's a really fast fire orb. But see, like the projectiles get bigger too. So yeah, I have a lot of work to do still, but the first round here was to try and balance things out. I think we're doing okay with that. I think we're doing okay. Man, this must have been like a critical failure to have the damage that low. Let me try and spawn other books here. Whoa, I got the fly spell. Sweet. Plunder, swiftness, rapid shot. There we go. I got a couple more projectiles here. Look at that, 16 points of damage, or 25. Yeah, so I rolled a critical failure before. And see, that's going to be part of the system, is you can make these books, and there is going to be some RNG to it, but when you make that book and it's like 25 points of damage per hit, and then if you think about it, well, if you use like the fire offhand and you hit something that has a weakness to fire, well, that 25 just added like 12 more points of damage, so that's 37 points of damage that you're gonna hit in one spell, you know? Look at that. And a 2-second cast time. I mean, come on. 64 mana, though. That's kind of a mana hog. Where are those animals that I have captive? There they are. Hey there. I have 1 minute free from my time. Just wanted to say you are doing amazing and love your mod. Just busy lately with the programming courses. Hey, thanks, Blurry. Yeah, I hope everything's going well for you. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. Watch this. I'm going to kill this bear. Boop. Dead. Rabbit. Gone. Right? So, you know, the spells become really powerful. I think a lot of the people that I have complained about the balancing, I'm like, well, what tier are you? They're like, well, I'm a level 1 rust mage, and I'm like, and you expect to get like the hardest hitting spells that are the most mana efficient? You're still a little baby, you know, you're noob. Or they'll be like, well, I'm tier 2. It's like, did you make any tier 2 armor yet? Did you make a tier 2 spell? No, I'm using tier 1 rust orb. It's like, well, get on that. Right? Like, yeah, definitely thanks for stopping by, Blurry. I've been trying to plug away at this. So I think the riftblooms are doing pretty well. I think that's pretty good. All right, let's test other things. Let me look at my scratch pad. So I got the rebalancing done there. The riftblooms are in. You can repair, right? I did do this, right? So that is right there. 94 if I take some fragments. /GM1. I know, I'm freezing. Yeah, look at that. So I get 5 durability back. Sweet. Whoa, look at that. It's saying 0% with these. And it should be 100%. What if I do /kill? Ooh. Go back over. To be fair, Rust Orb 1 is still reasonable at high magic levels. Yeah, it is. Because it's going to be very mana efficient. Because the thing is, too, like, all these attributes that we're seeing, like the mana cost and everything, like, look at this, right? Cast time, 13 seconds. Mana cost, 64, damage, 25. I don't have any equipment on. So if I have the equipment that I should have on, yeah, gray hat, doesn't matter. Right, let's get the better bracelet, which I think I am going to take this bracelet out of the game. So we're going to attune these items. Attune this. Anyways, I gotta get a quick 4-hour nap and then do my homework. Yeah, definitely take care of yourself. Definitely. Can't wait to have 3 days off on Christmas so I can finally enjoy a bit of VS. It sounds like it's gonna be well deserved. Definitely well deserved. Thanks for stopping by, Blurry. It's been a while. Hope you're doing well. Hope the classes are going well. There we go. So I have all the equipment on now. It gave me an extra 200 maximum mana, so my mana pool's 500 now instead of 300, right? That's the first huge bonus. And then if we look at things here, right? So 64, 13 seconds, 25 damage. If we actually look at what everything really is, it's going to be 38 mana, So huge mana reduction. Cast time is 2 seconds because I'm using the best staff in the game. You know, like, this is how you're supposed to play this mod. You're not supposed to use other people's armor. If you want to cast spells, you need to have this kind of equipment. You know? Now, I keep trying to explain that to people. It's like, if the magic doesn't feel good, make the armor. You know, and I got complaints on, like, well, you know, when I try to regain mana, you know, it's not really good. It's like, do you have the bracelet on? You know, it's like, do you see the extra? Because you'll know you have the effect, because I even put an extra particle that wraps around you. You know, so I'm gaining, I got max mana already, and it didn't cost, I'm at 70% now. You know, like, it's... You gotta explore, you gotta get the most out of magic. Yeah, the bracelet gives you bonus mana when you're meditating. That's what the bracelet does. Let's see, where is it? Equipment. I have so much equipment now, I had to make a new tab. Yeah, so I get plus 5 mana per second for having this bracelet on when I meditate. Not only that, it gives me an additional 20 maximum mana, right? So, I mean, that right there is like, you know, that's pretty darn good. I mean, this is 38 mana, so getting an extra 20 mana, this, you know, I may be able to cast another one of these. You know, it affects everything. Like, my revive spell went down to only 45 mana cost. I mean, transmutation, 1 mana, 1 second. You could spam this if you wanted to. Like, look at that. And then with my mana being this low, like, I've did a lot of big hard-hitting spells, right? So if I sit down and meditate, I do like how I made the shoulders. I was feeling very World of Warcrafty with, like, the pauldrons, and I wanted to add the you know, the extra bits. Yeah, it's just ticking away. I was gonna say, oh my god, am I gonna be able to get full mana? Yeah, that's probably the maximum I'd want to get for now. I don't like to go under 25% stability, just because things start to get a little weird. But, I mean, I gained a lot of mana back. And I want to add a something that you put down on the ground, and if you meditate on it, it stabilizes your mind, so you don't even get those all the negatives. I think it cuts down the temporal stability drain by half, and it links to the Nexus system, right? So it will draw out some of that essence as a cost to allow you to regain more mana. Yeah, bracelet is a must-have. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna end up moving that effect over to the armor. But if I do the rebalance, before the first revision of the mod, I had bracelet was the only thing, you know, and I think it's a cool looking bracelet, but I kind of wanted to keep it elite, you know, like everything together. Like the bracelet, it will still be something that you can make in the game. I think what I'm gonna want the bracelet to do is that's going to be maybe like a cantrip kind of thing. So you're going to have your wand, right? Your staff. And then I have the space over here. No one's ever asked me, why do you have that extra space there? Maybe they just thought I was, I don't know, not good at things. Or, you know what I mean? So I was thinking of being able to socket like another spell, so you could maybe have 2 spells that you could fire. One being like a cantrip where it's going to be like an instant cast or something. And then the other one being like a castable spell. But that, you know, I want the bracelets to do something unique. Maybe, and I was also thinking about maybe making a type of bracelet where it increased the durability of buffs, right? So if I have a buff on myself, maybe it lasts twice as long. Or maybe it can take one kind of buff and then just give it to whoever's wearing it indefinitely. You know, something unique. Given the hat's the weakest armor, put the mana regen on it. It is the weakest, but it is also it's the cheapest to make, which is why I made it the weakest. But yeah, I do want to migrate that stat over. What am I looking at? Here we go. Yeah, because it's 40, you gain 40 mana. You know, I could probably do that because that's 80 and 20. And this one's 60 and 10. Yeah, I gotta figure it out. Make it to where you have to wear the hat for the mana regen. But yeah, I still gotta figure it out, but that's my plan that I would like to eventually do. Do you have some sort of mana absorption? Like, say you have a wizard fight, you could theoretically build your setup to be better in that kind of situation? I guess so. If we go into tier 2 stuff, let me spawn this. Hold on. Because, I mean, I haven't made anything with PvP in mind. I will say that. Oh, cool. We got Surface Ascent. That's not what I was looking for, but that's a cool spell. Strengthen. I'm looking for a specific spell. Oh, I got Surface Ascent again. Damn it, I'm kind of a little unlucky here. Oh, that was Underwater Breathing. I didn't want to get rid of that one. Get rid of that. I was going to make a wand for each spell. That was going to be a ridiculous amount of items. Damn, I'm getting a lot of Surface Ascents. It is in this. I'm looking for Life Tap right now. Like, if I were to PvP... Ah, there it is. If I were to PvP, my setup would probably be... I would have, of course, the strongest projectile spell I can. I would have Life Tap. I would want probably Resist Elements. And then probably Swiftness. Like, that would probably be my personal setup. Right, so when you're in battle, right, you'll be able to pop Life Tap so you can cannibalize yourself, your mana. Like, I'm in creative, so it didn't hurt me, but you can get a burst of mana back. I would make sure to have definitely Swiftness on myself, right, so I can move very, very, very quickly. I would make sure, like, I would... Normally, if you know the people, right, people are going to be like, I'm a fire mage, right? So then I would pop this spell on myself if I knew I was fighting a specific kind of mage. And this makes it to where I'm going to feel fortified against the fire resistance, so any fire spells they throw at me will do half damage. Right? And then I would probably, I mean, I could probably, you know, like, just pretend this is a different element, right? And then this would be my attack. So I would go through and try and hit them with my hard-hitting spells, right? And when my mana gets low, I could do this, and then I could start life tapping myself, right, to gain my mana back. But you would also have to judge that, too, because you may want to have, like, a healing offhand. Right, to potentially... I'm not sure how you would necessarily heal yourself. I'm not sure if you can run into one of your projectiles to heal. Here, I'm going to do this. Slash... Oh, you know what? Alright, so I did some damage to myself. I'll do a little more. Boop. Right, I'm at full mana. You can run into your own projectile. I just healed myself doing that. Oh, damn it. I couldn't reach it. And remember, I have swiftness on, so I am a lot faster. And I'm sprinting while I'm doing this. There, I just healed myself to full. So, I mean, you could do some things with, like, if you wanted to do PvP. You know? But, I mean, this would probably be my setup if I were to PvP. Right? And my mana's getting a little low. I just healed myself. So, what can I do? Get my awesome staff back on and just start life tapping again. Right? Do that. Heal myself. I totally missed it. Hit a tree. There we go. Right? So, you can do things. Can you riposte life tap? No, you can't. Life tap, like riposte is going to be something... Here, I'll show you. We'll pop silent steps in here. And honestly, you probably don't even need these in here. Depending on your time, right? Because this is going to last for a while. I'm still under the effects of swiftness. So let's put on riposte. So if I have the healing offhand, this is going to be one of those spells. It's just like, you know, it turns into like healing orb, right? So riposte would be heal riposte. So it would do damage, but it's healing damage. So you could heal your attackers if they're regular, right? But if a drifter comes and hits you, it's going to do more damage because it's going to be the healing element. Yeah, let's go back into creative. There we go. Honestly, I think I'd go strengthen 3, velocity 2, resist elements 4, probably riposte. Yeah, I mean that's the thing with strengthen. If you are a rust mage, it's still gonna allow you to hit hard. But strengthen's gonna be more for the classes that do not already have like an innate weakness when it comes to melee attack. So if you're a blackguard, yeah, get a really good weapon. Have someone, I mean, you can go full armor because the agility buff, it pretty much neutralizes the run speed penalty you have for heavy armor, and it actually makes it to where your armor doesn't take as much durability loss at all. So I'd probably have the agility buff on myself. When I bring in scrolls, those kind of buffs will be more like probably consumables. So you won't have to keep things socketed in. You know, you could just like make 5 or 6, you know, swiftness scrolls and, you know, like whatever the scroll's going to be. But yeah, definitely, like, if I were a blackguard, strengthen is like the best spell that you could get. You will hit like a truck. If you pick something like a hunter or something, you know, because they have the bonus to like the bow and arrow, rapid shot is like the best buff that you could get too. Like, it enhances everything, all the primary stats that would work with a bow. You could shoot faster, you're going to hit harder, it's going to be more accurate, and it's going to go further. Damn, thought it would be funny to have someone drain themselves to death by damaging you. Well, I mean, you can if someone damages you a lot. Like, it's not a lot of damage. That's the thing with riposte. It's not like super overpowered. Actually, I made it because EverQuest 2, I played a Shadow Knight, and we had that damage shield that you could put on yourself, and it was so strong. Things would just like die. Oh, and my particles faded, my spell faded. So I'm running at regular speed now. But yeah, I didn't want it to be that overpowered. I figured at most, if you get hit, and you're fighting something that has a weakness to the element, it would be 1.5 extra damage. Which, if we bring up the copper spear, I believe. Pull up spear. Yeah, see, so it's going to be about like the damage of just one of the regular stone tools, like the regular stone spear. Not thrown, of course, just like a melee attack. It's like, it's, you know, like a thorn, right? Speaking of scrolls, my idea was you make them by tearing out pages in a grimoire, costing like 10 durability per scroll. I mean, that's not bad. But then you could easily repair your scrolls, you know, or your grimoires. There'll be a process to do it, and I think it's going to use... Hold on. Let's log out. I'm going to re-enable an item here. Yeah, it should be the circle prism. Man, it sucks being sick. In that case, max durability. Yeah, you pretty much sacrifice... You sacrifice a grimoire to gain like 10 scrolls of that grimoire. All right, let's go back to items. Here it is. So this is going to be kind of what I'm envisioning for the spell creation, the scrolls. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be... I don't know. I like the idea of like a magic circle on the ground. But, yeah, I don't know. I still have to figure that out. There's a lot of other things to do before then. I think the coming balance changes and everything that I've done so far. Oh, and in the next update, this item, the Arcane Altar, is going to be obsolete. This is actually going to be... The Arcane Altar is going to be something that you use rituals with. So when you're doing, like, the rituals, it's going to be... This is going to be the main thing in the middle. And then you'll put stuff on top of it to, you know, do whatever the ritual is. Potentially. So that's going to be a big change. And all the stuff that you make right now with this, because this is like, you have to know what the ingredients are. All right, so if I get stone, I know that makes mana stone. But why not just have it to where, like, that's why I wanted the rusty dust, because then you can just take rusty dust, you know, stack a 64 of that, grab a bunch of stone, you know, and you'll be able to pop the stone in, or flint or whatever, right? And then you'll be able to get mana stone directly from that. And the bonus is, it will show up in here, like when you're like, oh, how do I get mana stone? You'd click on mana stone and you'd see how to get it. Again, something that you're not going to need mana for, because I understand that in the beginning, you only get 10 mana points, right? So casting transmutation is more of a luxury. And this is kind of, you kind of have to get a lot to start working with this, right? Because it requires a nexus. It requires power. You know, and it requires essence too. So you'll need to, there's a lot of buildup to even make the basic items in the mod right now. But I think this rusty dust is going to, and the fibers in the rusty dust along with the temporal fragments, I think it's going to diversify a lot of the materials that I'm even going to have available to, you know, have you make things. And I think rust blooms look pretty cool. I'm going to totally have some in my house just on display. Oh yeah, should I make it to where, like, when you walk into it, it damages you? Because I could totally do that. I do that right now. Hold my beer. All right, block types, plant. Yeah, because I could do like an immune creatures thing. Block plant damage on touch is going to be what I want to extend. Where are my blocks? Here we go. Plants, rift bloom. Yeah, because it's just a class. Yeah, yeah, I could easily do this here. Hold on. Scroll up a little. Where is it? Where's my... There it is, Riftbloom. Yeah, because it's just block plant right now. So I could do this. Here, let's shut down the game. Oh, I'm gonna have to add a couple of things here. Looks like 2 things. So neighbor block change. I like that. It's going to be such a pain in the ass to farm. Well, see, Fritz, there needs to be some kind of balance with all this stuff. The idea behind Riftbloom is that it's an invasive species. It comes from the Rift, right? It comes from the Rust dimension. As such, right, it takes the place of one of the plants and it becomes unstable. Now, if you don't do anything, it drifts back into its own reality when the Rift is gone. If not, you know, I don't want a farm where it's like, I have infinite of these, right? You know, and I never have to worry about anything again. I want choice. I want this thing to, like, you can't just run into a bunch of bushes of it, right? And expect everything to, you know, be okay. Again, it's an invasive thing, and it's got a lot of the rust particles. So now that you got me thinking about my choice, Fritz, maybe I should drain your temporal stability when you run into it too. Yeah, it's also a good solid warning not to get into the magic that they're about to walk into a portal, which happens quite often. Yeah, it could be another thing. I just think it's cool to, like, and we're lucky that I didn't bring in a taint system, because I definitely want to bring in, like, the Thaumcraft. Like, when a portal drops, it starts spreading the decay around the portal, which would then change things like the flowers into Riftblooms. I also have an idea for Rustweed as well, so, you know. But I just don't. I don't want it to be exactly like the taint system, where it would just be like never-ending spreading. It would just be like potentially around portals. But I would want to think of other mechanics, like how would you use that? No idea. It's just a pipe dream, and it's not in yet. What am I looking at? .NET Spy. That's what I want. There we go. So let's see what the block plant actually does. Do. What, do I not have block plant here? Are you telling me I'm wrong? It's called block plant, right? Block 5. Yeah, there's a lot of... Okay, so entity layer. Yeah, so that should be fine. I don't think it's a block entity. Son of a biscuit. What if I just put in plant? All right, so we have... Oh, block plant. Did I misspell it? I probably misspelled it. Okay, so can plant stay? This is what we are having an issue with. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to add this method into here. So basically, we're just getting a side. We're taking a look at the side and getting the position of it. And we're going to look to see if we can attach, most likely on the opposite, which would be the bottom, right? Or it would be the top. So we're looking at our block, most likely starting at the bottom and looking at the block underneath, and looking at the top to see if it's something we could even plant. Definitely need that. Disappear on soil removed. So this is a global bool. Oh, and it's protected. Interesting. So let's pop this in here. So it's setting it to false automatically. That's fine. On neighbor block changed. That's actually where we had the problem right here. Oh, that's easy then. Okay. So right in here, I'm just going to say this dot disappear on soil removed equals false. There we go. So now it should damage people. I could actually get into a sort of spreading taint system. Imagine being a non-mage in their home, being invaded by the stuff. See, the big drawback that I have with doing stuff like that is everyone clamors and they're like, hey, we want our claimed land to be unaffected by everything. And I'm like, well, my argument is you can't have that be the case. Now, there's a difference between someone coming on your land and opening up a bunch of rifts, right? Like, no one can place blocks on your land, but if you have a ritual of Nexus shattering and someone casts transmutation on it, they can do it. You know, like it. And I'm not going to restrict it to where, like, well, the explosions don't happen in claimed land. No, because you are not going to circumvent my idea of what should happen in the negative feedback and, you know, put the kid gloves on because you're like, well, I claim the land. That's too bad. You know, that's how I feel about that. If that area is that important to you, don't do magic there. You know what I mean? Now, that doesn't mean that someone else can come up and touch your stuff. They're not able to access your stuff, right? But if you screw up, yeah, you're gonna get explosions. You're gonna get bad things happening. It doesn't matter if it's the claimed land or not. That's my thought behind it. So automatically with a taint system, well, I don't want my claimed land to be affected. Well, you know, like, if the taint system's an integral thing, right? You shouldn't just be like, I claim this box, and then it's just magical bubble around the world, you know? We do a little bit of trolling. Yeah, you know, it's one of those things, like... just is, you know, it just is. Like, I do some things, right? Like the explosions and stuff, like it... you know, there's a difference between something, you know, like, guess what? If it's claimed land, no one can break your bushes, right? They can't harvest your crap. You know, they can't screw with your sanctum. They can't take books off your bookshelf. I think that's good enough for protection. If you want to make a Nexus portal and you want to do something unstable to try and cheat the system, you should be able to have it blow up in your face. It will spawn a rift on your doorstep. You know, like, that kind of stuff will happen. And if you keep ignoring all that stuff, it's going to get out of control. And you're going to get drifters spawning in there. And it's not going to be good for you with a bunch of drifters coming at you in enclosed space. Yeah, I was thinking something like Thaumcraft taints biomes. Not really a taint blobs that show up. Yeah, but what would taint do though? That's the thing. I don't have an idea of what taint would do. There are no real biomes in here. It's not like Minecraft where it's like I can log in, or I could attach to like the world gen system for biomes and be like, hey, all deserts now do this, and you know, I have this new biome. It just kind of places blocks, you know. Sorry everyone, my throat's starting to get a little scratchy here. Nose a little runny. I'm still sick. I'm still fighting something off. If taint happens, it should be a config. That's true. But at the same time, if I'm going to make it a config and someone can just shut it off, why bother putting it in? You know, it's just like when I'm trying to go through and, you know, like the new plant, guess what? It takes rifts to create these. Now I got to spend extra time and extra design and stuff because of all the people who you know, who want to disable temporal stability and disable rifts in their world. Like, well, guess what? Now it serves a purpose, and I don't think it's fair to try and make two separate mods, one where it has nothing to do with this awesome system that I want to take advantage of. You know what I mean? Like, it's just I have a certain vision that I want for this magic mod. I want some things to be random, right? You know, a little RNG to kind of spice things up. But, you know, you need stabilizers. I shouldn't be able to claim a spot of land to do my rituals and never use stabilizers and never get the explosion or the negative effects and just be able to use less material to get all the items and stuff that I want through rituals. That's cheating, you know? I spent a lot of time making that system. I don't want people to just cheat and skirt past it. You know? And I'm just running around right now. What was I doing? Oh, that's right. These should damage people now. GM1. And they do not. Oh, wait. I think I gotta break it and replace it because it's not gonna... There we go. Riftbloom. It is not working. Unblock. Oh, wait. I forgot to put some things in. Hold on. Let's pull this back up. Fair. Yeah, you know, like it's one of those things. Like I first dealt with this in Minecraft and I was trying to explain this to people. Like I created an airship mod and it's a flying mod and people were like, well, I want to use the airships, but I don't want to enable flying on my server. And it's like, or they'll be like, well, I don't want to enable flying, and people are getting kicked out when they get in an airship and start to fly. It's like, yeah, it's a flying mod, so guess what you have to enable in your server? It's not up to me to rewrite the base server logic to negate that root bool, you know? Like, you put in a flying mod, enable flying in your server to use it. Like, there's not much I can do for you here. You know, same with this kind of mod. Like, this is going to need rifts. It's gonna need the rift system. You will have to use rifts, you know? Like, you will have to use the ritual of shattering. You need to use a rift to discover magic. You know, like, so that kind of system, temporal stability, those things are vital to the workings of the mod. That's how the balance comes in. Yeah, some of this stuff has pretty decent potential for power, so making it have some drawbacks inherently makes total sense. Yeah, like if I run around, because the best projectile spell I can get is on a 1 second cooldown, costs almost no mana, and it can hit for 30 points of damage. If there is something that is weak to the element that I'm shooting at them, it's 45 points of damage for one spell that's on a 1 second cooldown. You know, like, that's a lot of power. How is that not overpowered? And that's not even any buffs or anything included, right? Like, that has nothing to do with, now you can have your movement speed, you can breathe underwater, and you can fly. I have a legit fly spell where you can admin fly and you can cast in the air, right? And now you can cast while moving. Right? Like, at what point are you a god in the server, you know? Like, what? The strongest thing is a bear, right? Don't they have the most health? It's a polar bear. Right? Polar bears, I think, are like the entity that has like the most health in this game. 66 health. Wow, look at that. It just walked right out like it was nothing. I can kill this thing in 2 shots with that spell while running. And this is the big threat. This is the tanker, right? What about drifters? What's this one? The double-headed, right? The beast. 48. If I cast a powerful healing spell at this, it'll have 3 points of damage left. You could fart on it and kill it, you know? Grizzly is more, yeah, and I think Grizzly, I'm more afraid of the bears than I am the Drifter, honestly. Even the double-headed. You know, so it's really, I'm just trying to balance things, you know? Like, that's all I want. I'm just trying to balance things. But a lot of, you know, I'm getting a lot of the feedback, and they're like, well, you know, it's taking time to level up. Well, it should, you know? Like, if you are able to get tier 2 in a casual single evening, then I'm you know, I failed at balancing, right? But if it takes you a week of straight hardcore gameplay to get to tier 2, I have also failed in balancing. And my thought was, like, not everyone's gonna want a magic mod, right? If you play in a multiplayer server, if you have the rift system going, if you have the temporal stability, but because this is what I want to do. Rifts will spawn in the world, and you'll be able to get rift blooms, or at least rusty dust and the shifting fibers, just naturally in the world. Once rifts start going, some flowers will be around. You could plant flowers in a rift area, and then just come back a little later, you know, and you'll be able to get rusty dust. And then what you can do with that rusty dust is hold it in your hand, drain your temporal stability to 0, and that's how you can unlock magic. That's the way I think in the future, the very near future, you will unlock magic. It's not just good. That way it's a choice. Because if you play on a multiplayer server and you're like, you know what? I don't want anything to do with magic. We have a blacksmithing mod. That's the class I want to be, as a blacksmith. I want to work with the metal. That's fine. You don't have to be a mage. And you should choose to not even unlock magic if you don't want to. Like, it should not be a forced decision. Like, well, you got a magic bar forever now. Good job. You know, so, and the benefit of doing something like that is I'm going to be making elemental monsters. I may make it to where those elemental monsters will not aggro you if you do not have magic unlocked. So you can, but if you attack it, sure, it's going to retaliate. But you can bypass, you know, you can live side by side with the elementals that I'm going to make, the monsters. You know, well, they're not really monsters. They're going to be elemental creatures. You know, like I want like the flying, like earth golem magma, you know what I mean? Like little spirits. Right? So again, it's all that choice. I don't know. It's I wish I could stop having to focus on, you know, nitpicking different things, right? Like, everyone just have riffs on, just have temporal stability, and it just works, you know? I should probably set that to where you have to hold rusty dust. I should do that now, huh? Because I do want the choices. I want you to choose. And if you choose to unlock magic, I do want to make like a magic mirror or some kind of like higher tier item where you could choose to forget magic. You can erase your magic. If you're like, you know what, I tried it, I don't like it. You know, maybe you have to be a tier 1 mage and you can use the magic mirror item and it resets you. That way the elementals won't attack you anymore, you know, like you could just be a blacksmith. I don't know, be a hunter, do whatever you want to do. Boop. Oh yeah, wait. Rust bloom. I'm getting carried away here. Let's fix rust bloom. Let's have it actually hurt people. So it's going to be in the attributes here. So sprint into damage, fall into damage, and then we have immunities. I think I want all the drifters and the locusts to be immune to the effects of rust bloom, since they're kind of from the same origin. So if you sprint into it, it does 1 damage. If you fall into it, yeah, it's gonna hurt you more. So just Be careful. Just be careful. Yeah, I forgot to put these attributes in. Okay. Slash GM1. Oh, shit. Yep, there it is. Oh, if you walk, they don't hurt you. But if you sprint through, it actually hurts you now. Let's make a bridge. Slash GM2. So I'm not sure how high you need to, you know, like where you need to fall from. There we go. Slash GM1. Okay, so that wasn't... Oh, shit. Yeah, so it did do damage. Piercing attack from the block. But if you just walk normally, you'll be fine. Neat. I actually like that. You need to be careful going around the blooms. So you better go slow. Yeah, I like that too. And it's not even that much damage. Like if you look, I'm taking damage, but you know, it's just slowly kind of chipping away at it. I kind of wonder what the... what if I bump it up just a little bit more? Because that's almost like negligible. You know what I mean? Like it's... A threat's not really a threat if you get a splinter for, you know, smashing through a wall, right? You know what I mean? Maybe we can balance it a little bit better. So, I mean, what is that one then? The sprint into damage. What if I increase it by a factor of 10? Because there should be some kind of movement. Because if you're not staring at your health bar, you have no idea it's really doing damage to you. Like, it tells you you're getting damaged. But it's just, I think it's like a decimal point of like 0.01, it seems. Oh, wait, slash GM1. Oh, shit. Yeah, you're wearing armor. I am totally wearing armor. I'm like, oh, this doesn't do anything. That's too much. Too much. I learned my lesson, Fritz. It'll stay 1 damage. I'll be a good boy. Man, it just wrecked me. Here, let's put that back to 1. I totally forgot I was wearing armor. Oh my god. Jeez, man. Well, that plant's got some bite. Jeez. Oh man. Don't let me take off my armor. I just want to make sure. All right, because most people, it seems like a lot of people don't even wear armor. You know, I'll take this off too. All right, so everything's okay. Oh, wait, GM1. There we go. So I can walk through it. That's fine. Sprint. Oh, yeah, look at that. Ooh, you gotta be careful. All right, let's put this back on. All right, feeling a little woozy. Feeling a little woozy. There we go. All right, so good. Rift blooms now have a little bite to them. And I think it will, quiet in there. Oh, okay. Slash GM2. Yeah, so I like that. That's good. Okay, let's make it to where you have to be holding Rusty Dust. You gotta be holding Rusty Dust to unlock magic. There we go. Change my song a little bit. So, what am I looking at here? This isn't what I want. This is what I want. I'm trying to remember where it is exactly. I don't think it's in here. It's gonna be... It's not in here. I think it's a little further down. This is it. This is it. Try first time unlock. So first thing... Yeah. First thing I'm going to have to do is take a look at your main hand. So this dot... I have to think very carefully how I want to do this. Very carefully. I could potentially do it in here. So I can say if you do not have the attribute, or no, I could put it right here. This would hit both. Boom, just like that. And I'm already have player here, so I could say player dot hand. So I can have it be your right hand content, or yeah, or I could just do active hand. So if this dot empty, right? So if this is not empty, copy that, enter, and if this dot item stack dot collectible dot code dot path dot equals Rusty Dust. Boom. There we go. So you would have to have Rusty Dust, and then of course I would look into if you don't have magic unlocked. I shall be going on the thread. Moobot, that's what she said. Thanks, Fritz. Hydrate. I will. Oh man, I love this live wire. It's Mountain Dew. It's orange flavored Mountain Dew. I don't know why it's such a good orange soda. I love it's like my delicacy. It's been my birthday weekend, so I decided to get myself a couple of these. There's only like 2 stores in my area that even has this, and I got to get it in like the little bottles. So I got another one in my fridge for a rainy day. All right, so let's unlearn magic. So a thing people should know with this wand, I just right-clicked here. Magic has been removed. The problem is that I don't shut down the thread or dispose of anything because this needs to silently run in the background. It would be a pain to remove the mana bar. So you just have to either reload the world or log in and log back out, and it should work. We just safely shut down. Oh, happy birthday. Thank you. Birthday. Actually, I got an ice cream cake to have a piece of when I'm done streaming here. I love the Carvel's like ice cream cakes. I love the little like chocolate, like the little chocolate crushed kind of cookie in there. It's so good. So good. I am going to die. Oh, I never made my admin block, huh? Did I make my admin block? My debug block? I did not. Alright, we are going to make an admin block very quickly. I totally forgot to make it. Darn it. Oh, damn, yeah, happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Birthday, birthday, birthday. Alright, so I always like to have a block in my mod. And it's the debug block, this guy right here. So we are going to make the debug block. This block you'll see everything it does. It'll be a secret until then. You know what? Let's cancel that. I'm gonna copy Arcanus. I'm gonna call this the Z debug. All right, and the name is going to be, well, actually, it's going to be all of this. Copy. This is going to be debug RM. Debug RM. This is going to be Rustbound Magic. And I also put it in the meta. Perfect. Now I got to make sure I have both of those class files. Block debug, right? That's what I named it. I do not have one here. And I do not yet have a block entity. All right, we're going to make these two things. I'm just going to copy block generic. We're going to call this block debug RM. We're going to make a block entity. Copy paste. This is going to be block entity debug RM. Boop. Block entity debug. Copy. Quixote coming in with the raid. How's it going? Were you playing Minecraft? There we go. Let's do exclamation shout out. No! Darn it, I can't do any shout outs. Oh man, it wants me to log in. What is wrong with Steam Labs? Oh, barnacles. Well, I think you were playing Minecraft, Quixote. Hey, cheering. Thank you for the bits. What is that? Twitch coming in? Oh, yeah, 30 have been added. Sweet. Thank you. How's it going? I'm kind of recovering from a sickness. I was doing a large biomes map. Nice. I'm just plugging away here. The magic mod is becoming really awesome, if I do say so myself. Right now we are making a quick debug block. Here we go. I'm gonna bring this over. We need to look at this. Got a bunch of things to copy. Paste. All right. So I think that's everything we're going to need here. I need to look at the block entities next. There's a handful of things to do here. I gotta delete all of this out, paste it in. Anything that says this, we have to change it to RM references. And I can get rid of those. Get rid of all of this info. I don't need any of this. I don't need any of that at all. And I don't need this. I'll keep those. We're not going to have any sounds ever, so we'll just get rid of that. All right, and I just have to register these 2 blocks, and then we will see what magic the debug block brings to the table. There you go. Truly awesome mod. Thank you. Still working on Rust magic? Yes, I am, Quixote. I've added so many things to the mod. It is a lot of fun. I do enjoy developing things for it. Debug, D-E-B-U-G. So we have to register the 2 block, the block and the block entity we just made. That's a block behavior. Here we go, block entity. There we go. All right, let's take a look at this fun little block, and then we can test to see if you need to hold rusty dust to be able to unlock magic. While that loads, we'll get a little more live wire. I see there's a problem already. Debug RM. Where is it? Here it is. Debug RM. Block entity debug RM. Ah, that's what the problem was. There we go. Build and start. Sorry, nature called, but today was 5-year anniversary. Oh, that's awesome. Congratulations. I don't even know what my thing is. There was something a little while ago that like popped up for me. I don't know. Affiliate doesn't really mean too much to me. It just means that I can have like emotes. And you know what? It's still unhappy. Let me try and copy this. Oh, I know what, you know what? I know what the problem is. Right here, block entity class. There we go. Let's shut down one more time. But yeah, affiliate to me, it's like I get little emotes. I haven't seen my emotes in a while. Yeah, I remember now. Oh wait, I can't use any of my emotes really because you know, I need to like relog back in. Here we go. Oh wait, no, I can't follow. I was gonna do vice pour. I just don't want to pull out my login. I hate when Streamlabs does this. Can't even chat in my own chat, but I can live stream to it. You should know. Doesn't it not know who I am? All right, let's pull out the debug block. Where is this thing? Probably threw it in alphabetically. There it is. I love having a block like this. It tells me everything I want to know. Like outdoor temperature, all the light levels, time, date. If I walk into it, it fully heals you. It replenishes your hunger and your temporal stability and your warmth. So this is like, as I'm getting my butt kicked by things. Watch, come here. That's all. You're a double-headed drifter. Oh wait, I'm wearing armor. So if I sprint through this, yeah, it takes some damage. Yeah, I just come in here and boop. Good to go. It is the God block. Yes, it is. I made it like translucent. But yeah, this does everything. And I'm going to add to this because I'm going to have it to where it replenishes your mana too. But we need to unlock mana. So let's get some Rusty Dust. I'm just going to pick up one of these. Boop. So now you should have Rusty Dust in your hand to be able to unlock mana. GM2. Let's do this during the day. And it's calm. Ethereal, right? It both exists and does not exist. You know, I haven't seen Dave walking around in a while. Did the studio fire him? Bring back Dave! I gotta head though. Going to dinner with aunt and roommate along the river. Watching the Christmas light ships. Oh man, go down the river. That is so cool. Oh yeah, go have fun. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that sounds like fun. All right, so I did not unlock magic, but if I hold this, I still do not unlock magic. It still doth not. Yeah, because I'm at 0. All right, wait a minute. Rusty Dust, all one word. I bet I misspelled it. I misspell everything. Dave is still around somewhere. Poor Dave. Gets no love. Dave! Oh, I spelled Rusty Dust wrong. Rust Dust, Rusty Dust. Okay, so it's not in my hand. Fireball this change in. There we go. Should I consume the Rusty Dust? Because right now it does not consume the Rusty Dust. I probably should consume it, huh? A cost for everything. Although, should I even bother making it consume? It's 1 dust. And really, I can get away with saying that you can't, like, you shouldn't consume it because you're not eating it. It's just your temporal stability is low and you have this thing in your hand in that state, right? And you're able to perceive the fact that magic exists. I'm okay with you not consuming the dust. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. As a matter of fact, we have a surprising number of people worshipping him on the RP server. Worshipping me. Vice! So, I like that change. That was a good change. That was a good change. Throw that. I think with this next update, well, I want to do this, and then I'm gonna be redoing the ritual system. And not really redoing, it's gonna be a little different. Like, I want a ritual area, and then depending on the ritual tier that you're doing, it's gonna have more of a range. So some of the stuff, oh, worshipping Dave, oh, he is kind of like a deity, isn't he? I haven't seen Dave in so long. That's what you meant by him, I was gonna say. Yeah. I don't know. I think they fired Dave in all my servers. I just don't see him. Maybe I would be able to pick him out a little better if they had his nameplate back on. Someone should make that mod. Yum yum. So this does not replenish mana right now. Look at how much mana I have. I have 210. because I still have my mage armor on from like my tier 4 mage armor. So I want to let's go into the block entity here. Why is Rusty Dust not here as a file? Oh wait, I moved it up here for the Grimoire repair. Just one of the stickers that says hi, my name is. Free hugs, right? All right, so the debug tool. So that's everything in block info. All right, so it's not going to be in the block entity. I think I want to do this right in the core block itself. Yeah, right when you're inside of it. So right in here, right? Because I increase your temporal stability, which I could, let's test that out. I'm just going to make a bunch of portals. We're at 68. So if I run over here, yeah, look at it, 70, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so it rapidly increases your temporal stability. Sweet. No, the free hug sticker goes on the Nightmare Drifters. Free hugs. We have cookies. Let's see. I think what I need to do is probably do a quick check so I can say if, and let's say if eb.watchedAttributes.has attribute RMR references dot is magic unlocked. If you have this attribute and this dot get bool. So if you have the attribute and it's true, then I'm going to assume that you have a mana pool. I think it's gonna be this. No, it's not. It's not. Magic tier. Current mana. That's what I'm gonna want. So this is going to be the key right here. Oh, duh. Magic source current mana. That's easy. So I need to reference this key. And it's an int. Perfect. So you know what? Instead of doing this, why don't I just say has attribute? I don't care if you have it unlocked. You should have mana. Where's current mana? There we go. Resource current mana. So if you have this attribute, and we're going to get int. So if this is, if you're current, so if you have it, I'm going to cut this out. We're going to make another if statement inside to keep it cleaner looking. Ooh. So I'm going to say if your mana is less than the maximum mana, which I believe I just call player mana. Or, no, that's the total mana, I believe. Yeah, total max mana. Then we're going to come into here, and then I'm going to say set. We're going to have to do a get or set int. I'm going to get your original mana plus 1. There we go. So this should now replenish mana by standing in it. Where is it? There it is. Look at that. Tick, 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 tick. So by stepping in this, yeah, it's going to do a lot. So replenishes health, hunger, stability. We're going to add to that because now I have to add mana to the tooltip up top. Where is it? There it is, debug. Oh, sugar snaps. So I'm looking for this key. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. Goodbye, goodbye. Rituals, we'll revisit those very soon. Mana torches have been adjusted. There we go. This mod's getting too big. Alright, so health, hunger, stability, warmth, and mana. There we go. Perfect. Next reboot, next world restart, it will update. Awesome. This is a lot better. I should make a reverse one of these, but have it like drain everything. Alright, so now you have a choice in unlocking mana. You have to be holding Rusty Dust and have your temporal stability reach 0. Let's just recoup everything. There we go. Because the other part of this is, like, if you're a miner, right? So you shouldn't have to worry about your stability going too low and then reaching 0 because you're really deep underground and unlocking magic when you didn't want to. I assumed you would stay away from these, right? You would stay away from, like, any of the material that comes from magic. I'm glad that I have these shifting fibers now. I think the only other thing that I have to do is create a bunch of recipes for the next update. Because I'm going to have to migrate all of the stuff off of the arcane altar, wherever I put that thing. Yeah, everything's gotta... So I have to get rid of this test block. I have to migrate everything off of the arcane altar. For rituals, they are not going to use the Nexus system. Eventually, I have to create the gateways, too. The warp gates. I have a lot of stuff that I want to make and that I want to do. There's a lot. There's definitely a lot. Throw that. So what I'm going to have to do next is go through all of the recipes. Not these recipes. These recipes. All of these. Some stuff like the temporal gear is kind of useless anyways. I just never pruned it out. Things like the storage vessels, you know, I'll have to add those a different way. But the important thing's going to be Mana Stone, the Parchment, all of the Arcanus, the Eldrathnium Ingot, and then the crystals. Those are like the big things that I need to convert. Create the Stargate. It is actually going to be like that. So for the I'll just make a quick Oculus. Where I'm like, where's all my stuff? Let's get rid of all of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I'm gonna need some of this. Get an anchor. There. Boop, 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 boop. Put that there. I need some blocks. Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Pop this down right here. Connect. There we go. Oh, you notice I took the back off too. So you don't have to have the back anymore. You can have it be just pass through like this. You can put your own back on if you want. You know, it's up to you. But it requires less mana stone now because of that. That subtracted 9 mana stone. But basically, I want to make a different kind. So this is the Oculus anchor. I want to make a Warp Gate anchor. I may actually change the anchor name to the core. And then maybe the pedestal will be something else. But you'll be able to link these together. So when you interact with the pedestal, because I have all of the elemental, the elemental fragments, they're going to be in the shape of runes. Or I may make like elemental fragment rune stones, and you'll be able to place a certain sequence in your gate. And you'll be able to link two gateways together. And basically, I will take a look at the distance between the two. And then that will be like whatever your essence cost will be. And then you'll be able to walk into the gate, and it will teleport you to the other gate. So it's going to link those together. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll be there in a couple minutes. So yeah, that is coming. I was going to start working on it, but then I got some really good feedback, and we have riftblooms now. And you'll be able to do things like if you want to keep it like a closed system or whatever, like it won't be part of the main, you know, you can toggle it, disable it, you know, you can keystone it, right? Or you can just have like an, you know, admin version, you know what I mean? You'll be able to have options with it. But I want you to build like the gateway system. I was considering making something like this, and I'm not sure if people would care. That's why I haven't done it yet. But I could do something like this. Right? And then you would link these together. You know, so it's a smaller version of it. But I don't know if it's... I kind of don't like that it's so far down, but maybe for a gateway, this would be a better option. Or maybe even, you know, something that's a little smaller for the gateways. I mean, I could even have it to where it's like this. Right? Where it's like you walk through and it's like boop, warps you, and you're in like the new place. So I was toying with having these be other alternatives to just the big gate, but I do kind of like the big gate. Like it feels like it's a big structure, you know what I mean? It's a biggin. But yeah, if you decide to join us for Vintage Stories server, one small issue is that it's on Tuesday nights. Oh man, it's on a certain night? You guys have like a set time to play? Oh yeah, I don't know what the warp gate's going to look like yet, but I don't know. Feedback would be very much appreciated. All right, everyone. I am going to find someone to raid. I've been live streaming for like 2 hours. My butt's getting a little sore. Who do we have playing this game? Vintage Story. 1 to 8 p.m. PST Tuesday. Yeah, I'm not sure if that would work for me. I'd have to look at my schedule for it. I really can't say for sure. I'd have to look. Because sometimes I'm going to have, you know, some days are going to be busier than others. This dude's baking pies for the road. Yeah, we got Secret Foxfire. Happy Solstice, praise the sun. That's pretty cool, pretty cool. And we got some new people here. This person looks like they're not even playing Vintage Story. Do we want this person to bake some pies for the road? Yeah, we'll give him a try. Nope, They are just sitting at the loading screen. No one's at the chair. All right, we're going to raid this other person. Secret Foxfire. Are you pushing to live today? No, I'm not. I still have recipes to put in. So it's going to take me. That's just kind of grunt work. I don't like doing that kind of stuff on stream because, you know, I'm just creating new files and just copying and pasting and tweaking things. But yeah, I mean, most of the stuff is done at least for the next update. Like I said, I'm going to do that, and I may take a day to just put in the new ritual system as well. That way people can start playing with that. Again, rituals are going to be more of an area you set up than just quick, you know, you could bring the couple items with you, but I got ideas for the rituals. But I need to get everything off of this Nexus, this altar first. So. Alright, we are gonna pop in. Oh, shoot, I can't raid anyone. Oh, I'm so sorry. I can't even type in my own chat. Wait. Maybe I can. Hold on. Because I won't be able to do it through Streamlabs. Can I do it here? Yeah, buddy. There we go. I gotta fix that when I get off the stream. I gotta fix it. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching me. Making a lot of progress on this. I think with the riftblooms, I think it's really gonna add to that whole like that build up before you get the mana bar, right? You find this new thing, this new plant. I may do something where like maybe the fibers can be used for a couple things for the vanilla, you know, so it's still a useful plant. But I'm not sure what that's going to look like yet. But yep, bye Vice. See you later, Fritz. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, have a wonderful night, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.